Hi guys, what's up? David here. Today, before I go see The Hateful Eight tonight, I'm going to be presenting to you guys my top 5 most disappointing movies of 2015 and my top 5 surprises of 2015. Now, for disappointing movies, these might not necessarily be the worst movies of the year. They might be on the worst list of this year. Who knows? You'll find that out tonight with my top 10 best. But these are movies that I had reasonably high expectations for, at least expected them to be good, but just definitely flew under what I hoped it to be. And it could be bad, it could be okay, or it could be just a good movie, but I wanted it to be something amazing or special, but it didn't even reach that. And for surprises, like I said, for disappointments, this is not necessarily the best movies of the year. These are movies that I didn't go in with much high expectation, but I came out very wow, holy shit, that was actually really damn good. And you know what I mean. So let's get started with my top 5 most disappointing movies of 2015. Starting off this top 5 most disappointing movies of the year would be Tomorrowland. Now, Tomorrowland, when I first saw it in IMAX. I was actually really, really looking forward to it. It might have been on my top most anticipated movies. It looked like an original sci-fi film with great visuals. Brad Bird, phenomenal director. He did The Incredibles. And I mean, I was like, obviously this is going to be fantastic. And I come out of it and I'm like, something was missing. The movie felt very preachy. It felt like it was beating its message over your head. And it just didn't sit very well with me. And although I enjoyed it for the most part, it didn't have the emotional impact that I wanted it to. It felt a little bland, and it felt like I've seen it before, so that's why it's on here. Coming in at number 4 is another original sci-fi film I was really, really looking forward to, and I definitely recall this being on my top 10 most anticipated movies of this year. And I know I might have given it a positive grade when I first saw it, but in hindsight, I think of it and I'm like, that could have been a lot better, and that would be Chappie. Now, Chappie was a movie that has Neil Blomkamp directing it, who did District 9 and Elysium, which I thought was pretty good. So I'm like, yeah, this could definitely be a great movie, and it's gonna knock my socks off. And it was entertaining, but in that trashy kind of way. And there's nothing wrong with that, but I expected this movie to be a lot more smart and intellectual. And God, the ending to this movie was just it was kind of fucking terrible. Now, coming in at number 3 is a movie I think I might get a lot of hate for putting it on this list. Don't get me wrong, before I tell you the movie, I'm going to say it was a good movie. But it was a movie I expected to be, easily on my top 5 of the year and a perfect Oscar contender. But I was very disappointed, honestly, by Bridge of Spies. Bridge of Spies, while a good film, while Spielberg still got it, the movie didn't have a huge emotional impact. I didn't feel all the suspense I wanted to. Though Tom Hanks is great, the movie could have been a lot better. Coming in at number 2 is a movie that I was hyped out of my mind for. I was like, oh my god, this is the end of it all. I was defending this series. This is the only good, legitimately good young adult novel book movie series, and that would be Mockingjay Part 2. Now, while I might have really enjoyed Mockingjay Part 2 when I first saw it, I think my hype and anticipation for this film clouded my judgment of when I saw it. And then in hindsight, when I look back on it, I mean, it just didn't feel like an ending. It felt like a very low-key finish to it all, and it could have had so much more of an impact in it. It was trying to beat you over the head like the Capitol is bad, and they're tearing things apart. Katniss Everdeen, yeah, let's take them down. And then I just didn't really feel that emotion. I felt like, okay. And the death scenes, which I will not spoil if you haven't seen it, I was expecting myself to cry, and then I was just like, oh, that person's dead. I wasn't like, oh my god, and then, yeah. And coming in at number 1, you guessed it, my most disappointing movie of this entire year, 2015, is Star Wars: The Force. I'm just fucking with you guys. It's Terminator Genesis. It's Terminator Genesis. Come on, Arnold. Come on. I mean, this movie. Oh my God, the potential just didn't reach any of it. I mean, Terminator 2. I'm gonna say this right off the bat. It's my personal favorite film of all time. I love that fucking movie to death. It's incredible. It's phenomenal. It's a masterpiece. Every sense of the word. I love that movie. I'm a huge Terminator fan. I love 1. I love 2. 3 is fine, I guess. 4 is pretty shitty. And then I was expecting 5 to be a fun movie. And while I enjoyed myself watching it, it just screws up everything I loved about my favorite movie of all time, which is Terminator 2. And another movie I love, which is Terminator 1. So it screwed up 2 of my favorite movies while it tried to bring something new to the table. And what was new to the table was bad acting, no charisma, except for Arnold. Arnold was great. And the story fell apart. And John Connor being the bad guy? No, just no. Well, that concludes my top 5 most disappointing movies of 2015. I will post my top 5 surprises of 2015 in another video, possibly tonight, because I'm on a short schedule of time. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe, like, whatever the fuck, I don't care. But yeah, do all that stuff. It means a lot to me. I'm very happy to have any requests of videos you want me to do. I hope you liked my reaction to that Abomination Against Humanity, which was 2 Girls, 1 Cup. I plan on doing a lot more with this channel, Mafia Tards and all, so subscribe, like. See you guys later.